All right, so weekly report tonight for 23rd September to 29th September, which is today. This is 29th September 2024. It's currently 8:55 p.m. Bit late tonight. Couldn't help it though. Had dinner with my aunt, my paternal aunt. It's been a while, and yeah, or social occasions like this, I just can't um, say no. I mean, every day I say no to like evening social events to get my sleep right and everything. But every once in a while, the special occasions, I kind of have to let go and just relax, have fun. Yeah, so she's the closest aunt to me, so yeah, couldn't help it. Anyways, had a good time, so it was great. So back to the report. So this is the weekly report. Is September 23 to 29, 2024. So pull up, push up, deep squat. Deep squat, as I said, since I'm increasing on my mileage almost weekly, and I'm really running, trying to catch up with my yearly goal, which is 2,400 kilometers for 2024. I have decided to not do deep squats till the end of this year, since I'm pushing my mileage limits. So I can't add more load to my legs anyways, so because that might increase my chance of injury by a lot. So this is pull-ups and push-ups only for this year till the end of this year. And Monday it was 2075, Tuesday it was 60, 150, Wednesday was a rest day, Thursday 32, 123, Friday 44, 165. So yeah, total 214 pull-ups, 733 push-ups. This is like last week it was 156 and 585, so a volume PR, so pretty happy about that. It's the highest I have done in this fashion. I mean, I've done a lot more on the when I was doing like in half an hour as many pull-ups as possible with 40 seconds break set between sets, 2 to 3 pull-ups, one set, then 40 seconds, then another set, and I went to like 40 sets or something like that. And I did the same with pull-ups and push-ups. I did do a lot more when I was doing that kind of workout, but for this kind of spread out throughout the day, like I just do it spread out throughout the day so that I don't even feel like I'm working out for that matter. So because like I have the runs in the morning, and then I do have the mobility in the evening, so if I add another dedicated hour for strength training, pull-ups and push-ups, which is my strength training for the upper body, it will be too much. I can't afford that much time, so I figured I'll just spread it out. And I have realized it's I have, yeah, for the goals I want, it works. And my goals are to basically get very good with pull-ups and push-ups, so why not do it? So it has worked for me previously back when I was building up, when I was learning my first pull-up and all that. And so I've gone back to it and doing the whole spread out thing. And for that kind of spread out, this way of doing it, this is the volume PR, the best I've ever done since I started it, I believe 2 months back or something. Back when I've switched back to this kind of workout for pull-ups and push-ups. So last week was pretty decent too, but this week I just blew it out of the water and new volume PR. My steps were pretty low this week. My runs were okay. I hit like, it was 49 something, so almost 50, which is fine. It's low, but like it's still hitting my minimum 50, so it's fine. But the reason my steps are low this week was because I was a lot more sedentary throughout the day. So I didn't move around. I think my movement throughout the day decreased by a lot this week for some reason. I don't know why, but I need to step it up. Because if I added my daily movement throughout the day plus my runs, I can easily hit 20k. But yeah, pretty less. Last week was also pretty low. My average used to be 15 somewhere, but last week was already low enough, but this week was even lower. So not very happy about my steps. But sleep, on the other hand, last week was terrible, but this week was great. I improved back up from 6 hours 51 to 7 hour 35. 7 hour 35 was my previous optimum. Now it's not. Now I increased my standard to 8 hours, more than 8 hours, but 8 hours is like minimum my standard. So this is still great, but not good enough. Need to work on my consistency as well, because I slept like 8.5 hours. Some days I slept 7.5, some days 7. So wasn't the most consistent. I want to hit like consistent 8, and some days I get like 8.5. That would be that's what I'm targeting currently, and eventually I want to hit like 8.5 hours consistently, because I have done a bit of research, further research on that, and I realized that sleeping longer does give you that extra boost, which would be very like it would be a huge bonus in the long run in terms of progression. It will give me so much more, even though it's just a little edge, but that little edge will count for a lot more in the long run if it accumulates. And so I want to make full use of it, because sleep is one of the only things where I can equalize with elite athletes, because on the other things, on training, on diet, on everything else, I don't have the resources to to match up. But on sleep, at the very least, I can definitely match up. So that's the one thing I don't want to lose out on. So making the best use of sleep. So that's it for this week's report. The week was overall, I'm still happier than more upset, I guess, more satisfied than upset, because volume PR first thing, my sleep improved as well, although it needs more consistency, but it's way better than last week's. Last week was a mess, and my steps has remained pretty much consistent, but I need to improve it by a lot. So that's it. Next week goal would be to maintain my pull-up push-up. I don't want to try going for another volume PR. I feel like I should, I think just a few weeks back, I think just 1 week back, I did another volume PR. So if I do it too often, I might end up injuring myself or something. I might overwork my muscles. So this week my target with pull-ups, push-ups is just to maintain consistency. This week I have hit like crazy numbers, and some days I've hit like 60 pull-ups, and then on some days I hit like as low as 16 pull-ups. So it's very inconsistent. So this week I'm targeting to keep it very consistent, but hit around the same amount of volume, or somewhere lower, I guess, but somewhere near that, that just to maintain the pace and get a bit more consistent with the numbers. That's all I'm targeting with pull-ups. With steps, I'm stepping up big time, because it's way too low. Need to move around a lot more in the daytime, which I messed up on this week for some reason. With sleep, I want to improve it. Add another half an hour to it. 7 hour 35, 8 hours would be just right. I'll try doing that this week. So that's it. Anything? I mean, no point in seeing the steps today. It's not much. I didn't run today, so it was 50. I said last night it was 50-50. Today morning I wake up, and yeah, I wasn't in the mood to run at all. I figured, fuck it, man, let's just rest. So that's what I did. Every once in a while I have to kind of give in, I guess. But no more excuses from tomorrow. Gonna get that shit in this week, because this week I was supposed to actually hit 65 at least. I didn't hit it, so this coming week I need to hit 70. I'll try hitting 70 this next week, I mean starting tomorrow. So 70 kilometers, gonna improve my mileage again, new upgrade weekly, in the weekly goal from 65 current to 70. So wish me luck on that. Let's do it. Probably pretty heavy now, because I just had a heavy dinner, had lots of chicken. It was good dinner though. I did have lots of protein, but still. Well, not so much, but still, it is heavy.
68.5.
This week I'm safely under 67 as well, as in safely under 68. So I am safely in 67s, which is another good point. So I'm coming closer to my abs. So that's it. Good night. See you guys tomorrow.